Hi, Melody. This is Steven with Virtuous SEO. We spoke earlier, and this is that video I was telling you about with some tips on how to improve your online presence. I'm going to be going over three things in this video. We call it the three pillars of SEO. It's content, citations, and backlinks. If you find this to be valuable, I'd love to hear from you all. Or if you just want to go ahead and implement these tips yourself, please feel free to do that as well. But let's go ahead and get into it. First thing I like to go over is content. So, content is anything that's on your homepage. Google has these bots that go out and they scour the internet 24/7 and they look for through all the text and even the pictures. It's not necessarily the pictures, but whatever they're saved as. So you can save them by certain text, and I'm going to go over that. Save them as keywords. So there's these keywords that Google is looking for that people are searching for. And if you have them on your website, especially enough times, you don't want them on too many. There's kind of like a sweet spot for how many times you want them on there. Then you'll get found and then you'll get pulled up on a search result. So Google usually likes to see about 1,000 to 1,500 words on a home page. And that gives you plenty of room to put these keywords without what we call keyword stuffing and making it look unnatural, which will actually deter, because you don't want just all these keywords on there get found and then somebody comes to your site and they just see all these crazy keywords, and it's just going to drive customers away. So there's a way to do it. And like I said, you could save these pictures as keywords as well so that nobody even sees them, just Google. And I've got a tool here called Ahrefs, and this section right here, this is the search section, the keyword section. And in the past 30 days, your website was found for 11 keywords and it was clicked on 24 times in the past 30 days. So one of your main competitors, which you are probably well aware of, this Michael and Son, and this is all I'm using the Raleigh area because that has the most search volume by far for this industry. So that's why I'm using Raleigh. So in Raleigh, this is their site, and when I bring up their search, their little search spot here in this tool, they were found for 121 keywords in the past month, and they were clicked on 503 times. So what's really good about this tool is I can click on their keywords and find out which ones they're being found for. So plumber Raleigh is a big one. That was searched 500 times in the past 30 days, and they were clicked on 62 times just for that keyword alone. So we can go down and find all the really relevant ones. A lot of these aren't too relevant, not for buyer intent anyway, but some of them are. And you always want ones with the location. These other ones are what we call national. So that's 900 searches nationwide. We want them, just for a certain area. So we'd find that. We'd find the ones that they're being found for, and we could put them on your site. And then we could also find out how many times they have these keywords on there. So if they had like that main keyword we were just looking at, or that keyword phrase, if they had it on like 5 times, we would put it on your site. Not too many times, but more. We sneak it in there. We put it on 5 times and then put it name 2 of the pictures that as well, so Google sees it on there more. That way you're ahead of them. You're dominating them in that content arena. So that's the first thing I like to go over is the content. Next thing I like to go over are citations. So to put citations in the context, I'm going to bring up a search page. So I put in one of the top key phrases, plumbers, Raleigh, NC, that people are searching for when they want your services. First thing that comes up are advertisements, and they have their place, but if somebody has on their ad blocker, it's not going to show up. Also, they have a relatively low click-through rate. So on average, people that are searching for any given term, about 3% of them are going to be clicking on an ad. A lot of people just don't trust them. But I want to focus on underneath the ads. First things that are going to come up are ads. This is the Google's map pack. This is where you get Google business. You have to have a Google business profile to rank in the map pack. The main driver, while there are several factors, there's a lot of factors here. The main driver are citations. Citation your business name, address, and phone number on an online directory such as um, whitepages.com, yellowpages.com, Angie's is one, Better Business Bureau. There's a ton of them. I have a tool that actually will show me what all the citations these businesses have. And on average, just across the internet, it varies widely, but on average, 150 citations a business will have that's ranking inside this map pack. So I have access to a tool that will show me what and how many citations these businesses have. So I like to work with clients and get them those same citations and more. Just like with those keywords, you want more. You want more citations. So if they have 150 citations, we want 250. We just want to kind of dominate them in that area. Google will see that, and it's a way of building trust with Google. They see that your name, address, and phone number is exact on all these citations. That builds trust with Google. They can trust you. They know you are where you are and you're an established business. They're going to go ahead and rank you accordingly. Oh, and also the top three here, whereas what I told, remember I said 3% of people right around that are clicking on ads. 45% of people searching are clicking on one of these. So you can divide that up. It's about 15% each, give or take. Underneath that, this is your organic Google search results. This is the top spot, gets the most clicks out of anything. On average, 40% of people searching for any given term are clicking on the number one organic search result. And the main driver here are it's a backlink. Backlinks are the main driver. So essentially a backlink is when you have another website on the internet that has a link on their site, whether it be through a blog or a press release, whatever it is. If there's a link on their site that somebody clicks on and it leads them back to your website, that is a backlink. That matters. That's everything for Google in ranking you. It's a way of getting authority. So if that website is already established with Google, is ranked really high with Google, is relative to your industry, gets a lot of views, and they see that it's linking back to you, that's them telling them that you're to be trusted too. Your site is trustworthy. It's a popularity contest is what it is. This site is already popular and it's pointing at you. It's like, look at them, that you should look at them too. And so Google, the more you have, the more of those links, those backlinks you have, Google will push you up in those rankings. That's a huge trust factor for Google. But the opposite is also true. If you have too many of these, we call them spammy sites, if you have a backlink or backlinks from these sites that aren't really relevant to your industry and they're just they don't have any authority with Google and they're like ranked really low and don't get any views, they're going to push you down in the rankings, right? So again, let's go back to this tool. We were in this section last time. Let's go to the backlink profile. This is your company's backlink profile. You have 109 backlinks. Another one of your top competitors is this Midtown Plumbing in Raleigh. They have about twice as many as you, but like I said, it doesn't really matter how many. I mean, it kind of does, especially if they're quality, but it's quantity over quality. And so we can actually go into their profile. It's like cheating, It's like you can go in here and see where they're getting their backlinks and which ones are spam. It'll tell you which ones are spam. Like this one right here. See, it's telling you don't want this one. This one's bringing them down. But apparently they have enough really highly authoritative ones that it overrides those spammy ones. Because pretty much it's almost impossible for any company not to get a spammy or a few spammy backlinks. But you just want to get you want more. You want that ratio to be more authoritative. From more authoritative sites, and that's what this tool does. Is we can find out. I like to take the top three, so it would be the top three spots, the top three companies in the top three of those Google search results. Look at their backlink profile. Reach out to the companies that they have all their good backlinks from. Get backlinks from them, and then once you get that, that's already going to start pushing you up in the rankings. But after that, month after month, you keep adding backlinks from these relative high authority sites, and I mean, there's a ton out there, and pretty soon you're just running away with that top spot. So that's basically all I have. I kind of went a little longer than I was expecting, so I apologize. But I hope you did find value in this. If you did, I'd love to hear from y'all. My name's Steven with Virtuous SEO. My number is 910-551-2006. You can reach out to me that way, or you can just respond to this email. Or if you just want to go ahead and implement these tips yourself and go ahead and start ranking yourself higher, that's fine as well. But either way, I appreciate you watching the video and have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.